Gator, you were talking right before the break about moments in time that change people's perceptions. Marty Morningwig took the wind, and everyone went in overtime, and everyone went, what the hell was that all about?
Yep.
Rod Marinelli flew the team to Oakland in the preseason on game day to play a game that day, and everybody's like, what the hell is that? He kept 11 defensive linemen on his final 53-man It was, most teams 3-4, 4-3. The Lions were running the 9-2. I mean, they were
wide 9.
Yeah, there's
really
always
wide 9.
Moments in time where people go, "What the hell are you doing?"
The Tampa 2+9.
And you think that already Patricia's perhaps had that moment in Kang's eyes.
Yes, and I think the moment of what the heck for Kang, which may shake him and get him to that DEFCON 3. Is the end of the first half of that last preseason game. I think we all went, what the hell was that?
Mm-hmm.
And no real explanation for all your timeouts, and you get one playoff in 45 seconds. You attempt a 62-yard field goal. It gets returned for a touchdown. I see King shaking his head right now because we're just reliving that moment, brings up the bile up to his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You can rationalize, because it's preseason, you can rationalize a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bad defense, the secondary not looking sharp, the getting gashed for runs, the offense not being able to score touchdowns. But that last 45 seconds, I cannot rationalize it for the life of me. Why he used one timeout just to kick a 62-yard field goal to get kick six, possibly hurt players. It makes no sense whatsoever that they held on to all their timeouts until they hurried up the offense to get sacked. I know that wasn't the plan, but that's what happened. And you got to plan for stuff like that. One of the biggest reasons Caldwell was let go and people didn't like him and didn't think he would get him over the top was game management, not knowing the rules, not knowing what's going on. Oh, we thought they're going to do the back and forth type of thing. Dude, seriously, Patricia at least know that stuff. And if you don't know that stuff, I'm a little worried.
See what I'm saying?
But it's also preseason for him too, so I don't know. But I can't find a way to rationalize those last 45 seconds.
Well, we tried.
Well, and I heard you guys on Monday when I was out. I heard you guys talk with John Jansen, and Kang brought up that maybe they were working on a situation where they don't have timeouts in the first half, and you're trying to get down and score.
Yeah.
And Jansen kind of laughed it off, like, "You wouldn't do this. This is a game." And my whole thought listening to it was, you could, because it's the preseason. This is just a practice. It doesn't mean anything. But then thinking about it, thinking back to it, they weren't running plays with a sense of urgency like they had no timeouts. Right?
No.
So there is no real explanation for what the hell happened there.
By the way, the most laughable part is you listen to him. You just listen to him do that.
Yeah.
And think back to 10 minutes ago. He said, "Oh, I'm about DEFCON 4.5."
Yeah.
Well, that's the half right there.
No, he is Armed Forces readiness increased above normal levels. Air Force ready to mobilize in 15 minutes.
Is that DEFCON 2?
That's DEFCON 4.
Oh, no, he's higher than 4. Let's go to Isaac in Royal Oak. What's up, Isaac?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So the preseason's not supposed to matter. I think the bigger issue which you guys have been pegging is it's the way they've looked.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you can't rationalize those last 45 seconds is because there isn't any. And the frightening part is he's either incompetent or, I'm not sure what else they could have possibly been doing. Let's run through this. Let's say they come home a Monday nighter and they lose to a rookie quarterback at the Jets. I will be chicken little. Sky is falling. There's no way they're going to go fly across the country to San Francisco on a short week and beat a team that's supposedly up and coming. And then you get to come home and get whooped by Daddy in the Patriots on national TV. I need this season to last more than 3 games, guys.
If they lose to you're DEFCON 1. Wow. If they lose to the Jets, Isaac, it's over. The season's over. They will not be competing for the playoffs. They will get off to a 0-5 start. If you can't beat the Jets in your opener on Monday night, you will not win at San Francisco. You will not beat the Patriots. You will not win in Dallas against the Cowboys, and you will not win against the Packers. Now, let me just state this, Isaac. They'll beat the Jets. They'll beat the Jets.
Whoa.
They'll beat the Jets.
Okay, Doug.
They'll beat the Jets.
Okay.
And
I hope you're right.
If they don't, they'll beat the Jets.
It's going to be a long season if they don't. And, the other thing that's causing me some concern here, too, is there any reason that we didn't address the defensive line in the offseason after we lost Nada? I don't understand.
I wish somebody would have brought that up.
Oh, these old wounds being ripped open again.
248-539-9797. We asked a question on Twitter, Gator. The whole NFL wraps up its preseason tomorrow. Regular season starts a week from tomorrow with Atlanta and Philly, and, of course, the Lions we mentioned open on Monday Night Football. All of the following names have been roster bubble guys, okay? That have, in projections, some projections people set out at some point during the preseason, talking about the beat writers. Some projections these people have said they're going to make the roster. So we asked the people, which of the following players most deserves a roster spot? Those names are wide receiver Brandon Powell, tight end Michael Roberts, linebacker safety Miles Killebrew, quarterback Jake Rudock. Which of those four players who have all been projected in and out, in or out at some point, most deserves a roster spot?
That's a really good question.
You know what's amazing? Had we asked this question a month ago, I think the guy that is currently in last place would have been in first place.
Killebrew?
No.
I don't even know what the standings are.
No.
You got Killebrew, Rudock, Powell, and Roberts.
Michael Roberts.
So Roberts is in last?
Roberts only has 10% of the current vote. If you had asked this a month ago, I think Michael Roberts would have been the number one answer with a bullet. Nobody would have voted for Powell a month ago. He wasn't even the highest, most well-regarded undrafted free agent wide receiver. That was Teo Redding. Rudock has to stay even with Castle because he costs so much less.
Right.
So he just has to stay even with Castle. Killebrew has been a fan favorite, but when you switch positions, they like versatility, but that also says, we're going to give you a shot somewhere else because you're not going to be where you were. Anyway, who do you think leads right now? Obviously, you know it's not Roberts.
My man, Brandon Powell.
It is not Brandon Powell.
Well, then the people are stupid.
40% of the vote, Miles Killebrew. 27% of the vote, Brandon Powell. 23% of the vote, Jake Rudock. And 10% of the vote, Michael Roberts.
I think it's skewed for me, obviously, because the one who's played the best, I think, beyond anybody's expectation is Brandon Powell. That guy's played the best of those four guys. However, the situation on the roster competing with other wide receivers and the thought of if they carry five receivers, the fifth one is typically inactive. It's kind of like it's not a waste of a roster spot, but it is what it is. I could see the case being made for others. I'm stunned that Roberts is at the bottom of that list because I think I want him to make this team. I want him to get a chance. He had such a great college career, and he's so big that I would expect that's got to translate at some point.
It felt like that's a guy who quickly lost his footing on this roster. And I'm not saying he's not going to make it. Because, yesterday all the projections came out, and this is one of the beat writer preseason exercises. And, right, it's a bit mock drafty. It doesn't mean as much. It looks really cool, and it's fun to talk about, but it doesn't mean anything. Michael Roberts is, when Ebron got cut, we could have taken hours, well, maybe not hours, but we could have taken quite a few. We did take quite a few Michael Roberts calls.
Yeah.
We took quite a few. It's because of Michael Roberts, guys. And I was saying, okay, that's fine, but remember, Roberts got suspended for violation of team rules or whatever. Wasn't active for the last game of the year last year.
And then they went out and signed two tight ends.
And Akeem Velez is starting to look like
he's the one that looks like the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
Well, he's made the most of his opportunity.
Feedback coming in 248-539-9797 and your tweets. We'll get to some of that coming up. Also at 11:05, got something for Michigan and Michigan State fans.